And we're back. Back at Haven. Having just spent an episode in the hinterlands, wandering around, doing some odd jobs and recruiting some new talent. We are back at base. This is the Dragon Age Inquisition playthrough part 5. I'm gonna start double checking these before I hit record. Or maybe I just won't. Maybe that's, you know what? That's like part of the charm. I have no idea what I'm doing. There we go. You know it, I know it. This is what we're here to see. Just fucking cacophony. I feel like I have a lot of shit that I'm not selling or using. But I'm afraid to get rid of it. I don't know why that is. Let's just make sure everybody has everything that they need. And then if they do, I'm just going to start... Is this guy a sword and shield? Okay. I'll wait on him. Let's wait till we... But she... Let's see... 126, 121. So I can sell all these daggers, because nobody else is going to use daggers. I don't have an archer yet, so I'll hold on to that. Sword and shield. Cassandra. Okay, we're back to me. I think we're good. Looks so much cooler than what I'm wearing. Oh well. Okay, Cassandra wears heavy armor. What she's wearing is still the best. Sarah wears medium armor. That's still the best. Oops, wrong way. Black wall. Oh. I don't know what you wear. You seem like a heavy armor guy. Oh yeah, I didn't try to give her a helmet. Okay, I can't. Solus. Are you in there? We'll keep what you got. You seem like you're doing okay. Alright. We're just gonna... Iron Bowl only. Sure. Fuck it. I could use some dexterity, am I right? Who couldn't? Who couldn't? Probably could have given that to one of my rogues, but I don't give a fuck. Alright? I come first. I'm important.
Need something?
Oh.
I've read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction.
We went through this
Go
last
ahead.
time, didn't we?
Carry on.
Need something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
How do you and Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall Chantry being destroyed? The guy responsible used to be a friend of mine. Seeker
Awkward.
had questions about that, and I had answers.
You from Ferelden? Orlais?
Free marches. born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no, Kirkwall's not that bad.
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant?
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
You're an author? What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in money lenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
Where did you get that crossbow? Never seen one like it.
Bianca, she's one of a kind. I got her off a guy in Darktown. Took me a week to pry his dead fingers off the stock.
Who is she named for?
I can't tell you.
And the reason for that is?
Complicated. It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have to leave it at that.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
What a guy. I mean, it's to be expected between entries in the franchise, but I think his character was better in Dragon Age 2, which is a shame because Dragon Age 2 is a mostly, not great game. I think all the characters in that game are pretty well fleshed out, but yeah, there's something, he seems off here. I don't know.
Hello. I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
Why?
You're an apostate, yet you risked your freedom to help the Inquisition.
Not the wisest course of action when framed that way.
I appreciate the work you're doing, Solus. I just wanted to know more about you.
I'm sorry. With so much fear in the air. What would you know of me?
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic. But as I slept, the spirits of the Fade showed me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined. I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
You said you'd traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade. Dream in ancient ruins, you may see a city lost to history. Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers, the best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ospital. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Kaelin fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
And you can't tell which is real.
It is the Fade. They are all real.
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive exposure to the people
What about
they encounter.
justice?
Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
I'm impressed that you could become friends with spirits.
Anyone who can dream has the potential. Few ever try. My friends comforted me in grief and shared my joy. Yet, because they exist without form, as we understand it, the Chantry declares that spirits are not truly people. Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
I mean, do they lack free will? I don't see any reason to think that, so...
I hadn't thought about it that way, but I see your point.
Thank you. Few are willing to entertain such a notion.
We'll talk later.
It's interesting how this game, like, and Dragon Age 2 tries to frame the Battle of Ostagar. I guess mostly this game, because Dragon Age 2 would have taken place kind of alongside, so there wasn't really time for, like, historical nuance to set in, but it's just funny that, like, in Dragon Age 1, it seemed pretty cut and dry, to be honest. Like, who was the villain and what the fuck was going on. You know, like, it definitely seemed like you guys were hung out to dry. So now for them to, like, go back and be like, well, history really tends to believe one side, you know, or whatever, and it's just like, what? That's weird. Okay. I mean, I guess so. Yeah, people are going to have opinions about things, but I don't know. I felt like with the Hero Ferelden moniker, like, it meant that Kaelin was... I don't know. Or I guess, I mean, maybe the Hero Ferelden was just in relation to ending the Blight, not so much dealing with Kaelin's betrayal.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood. To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing? You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this?
Oh no.
What's his game?
I speak for no one but myself, and I have no answers for you.
You probably don't even worship the Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her?
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work, then. We will speak later.
Oh, Liliana. She always got the short end of the stick in terms of character development.
nails? Can Harriet at least get me a
She's
few
basically
small
just
nails by
retreading
tomorrow?
a character that she had in Dragon Age 1.
I have a mind like a hammer.
What happened? Where is Blackwall? Aha. come to think of it, where's Sarah? Cullen, Cassandra, oop. Varric, there she is. Where is that? That's like some house somewhere.
Tell Master.
Make her look at it. So much easier to ignore when it's far away. And to actually walk out of it. To be that close.
If I hadn't been saved by Inquisition soldiers, I don't know what would have happened.
Inquisition soldiers? That's not what I've heard. I have to admit, I thought you'd be...
Human.
Yes.
Being up front is better than Oxman.
It was a foolish thought. Should have known better than to say anything. It's what you do and how you do it that's important. Just one question then. How do you think you fit in with all this?
I just want to help stop the war. Try to put things back in order.
A worthy goal, one I'm happy to support. For me, I'll be satisfied so long as we find the bastards that killed the Divine. They owe us some answers.
Oh, he has an exclamation point still.
I've heard rumors of abandoned warden camps all over these parts. If we have time, I'd like to take a look. See if there's anything we can salvage.
Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
The Wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
The Blight's been over for 10 years. What do Wardens do when the world's not ending?
There are still Darkspawn. Just because we killed so many in Ferelden doesn't mean they're gone. And the world is not so peaceful that there's no use for good men with swords. Sometimes you have to figure out for yourself what the pledge to protect others really means. It's not always about just archdemons and blights.
Where were you during the Blight?
I was in Ferelden, on my own like always. Quietly killed my fair share of Darkspawn too.
Oh, wait, interesting. So, like, he was out there. Has he been? See, that's the thing is, I don't remember him ever being mentioned. I guess, which is whatever. Like, there are so many wardens out there. I assume they couldn't have known that they were all gone, but it's just very interesting.
You haven't had contact with other Wardens for a while. Why were you on your own?
It's what I've always done. Recruitment only requires one man. Besides, I've always been a loner. Works best for everyone that way.
So, you have no idea where the rest of the Wardens are?
Do you find that odd? The Blight is over. We don't need an organized force. And orders don't change much from day to day. For the last 1,000 years or so, it's been just find Darkspawn, kill them, repeat as necessary.
Let's continue this at another time.
As you wish. I'll be here if you need me.
It occurs to me I don't actually know much about you.
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
I thought you knew that.
I suppose I could ask Liliana. She has collected a frightening amount of information on you. But I don't want to ask her. I want to hear it from you.
No specific place. My mercenary band worked mostly in the free marches, however.
At least until you crossed the waking sea to reach the Conclave, I suppose. Tell me, do you consider the Free Marches your home? Are you eager to go back?
Wherever I am is home enough for me.
That's how I feel now, after years of tending to business for the Divine.
I'd like to get to know you better.
You would?
Is that a problem?
Not entirely. I'm just curious as to your motivation.
Is there any harm in us becoming a little closer?
Plenty.
Is that right?
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pentecost, daughter of the Royal House of Navarra, 78th in line for the Navarran throne. I joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the Chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lord.
You're a member of Navarra's royal family.
The Pentecosts are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same.
Really?
No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds of relatives so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pentecosts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
And you joined the Seekers to get away from that?
It was a life worth getting away from. The Pentecosts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft. Most are fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarra. Once he was gone, so was I.
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak of Anthony. Another time, perhaps.
You don't seem to like your homeland much.
My family polluted it for me. What little I saw of my homeland was through the bars of a gilded cage. My uncle treated me like a porcelain doll to be placed on a shelf and dusted only when necessary. Thus I did not see Navarra, the real Navarra, until much later. By then I realized I knew it not at all.
Your uncle? What about your parents?
They had the misfortune of taking the wrong side in the second attempt to overthrow King Marcus. The king executed them, but spared my brother and I since we were family, and children at the time. Thus we were raised by my uncle, a Mortalitasi who preferred the company of his corpses to the living.
Huh. That's cool.
Your uncle was a Mortalitasi?
A death mage. He still is. My countrymen do not burn the dead, they bury them in special crypts. The Mortalitasi supervise the crypts, like priests. Uncle Vestavus oversees the grand necropolis. Navarrans
That's
spend
fucking
more
metal,
time
dude.
honoring dead relatives than they do with living ones. It is odd to be so fascinated with death and its trappings. I will never understand it.
So you were the right hand to the Divine.
Divine Justinia, yes. And Divine Beatrix before her, in fact. The position is normally reserved for Templars of the Knights Divine, but my circumstances were unusual.
Unusual how?
You don't know the story? Thank the Maker.
Uh-oh.
I will tell you if you wish, but it isn't as exciting as some drum it up to be. The short version is that I once saved the previous Divine's life. My reward was becoming her right hand.
But what does a right hand do exactly?
What is your hand capable of? It gives, it takes, it beckons. It makes a fist. Liliana and I extended the Divine's reach beyond the Grand Cathedral. We went where she could not. After Beatrix, I was tired of the position and wanted to return to the Seekers. But Justinia convinced me to stay. Her vision for the future gave me hope.
You thought you could really change things?
Justinia knew the war was coming long before it began. She tried to avert it, but the forces arrayed against her were too strong. Sometimes you have to break a bone so it can be reset. That's where the Inquisition comes in. It was to be the answer. A means to preserve as well as an agent for change. I only wish she had lived to see it.
So what's the story about you becoming the right hand?
Sweet Andraste, do you really want to hear that? It was, what, 18, 20 years ago? Some still discuss it like it happened yesterday. The tale gets bigger each time it's told. I barely recognize myself within it now.
I wonder how old is Cassandra? I mean, she's got to be like late 30s, early 40s then, right?
I'm sure you're just being modest.
I was there. I think I know what happened. To hear others tell it, I alone saved divine Beatrix from a horde of dragons sent to assault the Grand Cathedral. Rather impressive for such a young seeker, wouldn't you say?
And the truth is?
I stumbled upon a conspiracy to kill Beatrix. A Templar Knight Commander was at its heart, and there was a dragon battle at the Grand Cathedral, but I had help from loyal mages who rallied to the cause. They freed the dragons from magical control. Without them, the Divine and I would both have died. Yet I became the right hand, and they are forgotten.
What happened to the mages that helped you?
They went back to their circles, with rewards and privileges and most holy's gratitude. Many of them died at the conflict.
Damn.
I think you're a hero, no matter how you downplay it.
Fine. But it was 20 years ago. I will not rest upon my laurels.
I'll let you get back to work.
Did you need something?
Are you with anyone?
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
If you need insight into what the Order is doing now, I'm afraid I can't offer more than you already know. Anything else, I will answer as best I can.
Why did you join the Order?
I could think of no better calling than to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars at our local chantry to teach me. First, they merely humored me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
13. Still so young.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to
Jesus.
the Order at infancy.
It's
Still,
fucking
I
weird.
didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
What about your family? Did you miss them?
Of course, but there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
Did the Templars do anything besides hunt mages?
Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or the vicious.
Yeah, he was, that's right. In Dragon Age 1, he was like just a random guard at the Circle Tower, right? Shit. It's all like coming back to me.
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I tried not to do so here. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession of the beast.
Man, he and Solus are not friends.
You've lived in the Circle. What was a typical day for a Templar there?
Typical. The last time I was in a circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that, then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's howling, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
Do Templars and mages never speak to each other?
Some do. But Templars are supposed to maintain a certain distance from their charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, you must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Huh.
Did you enjoy your training?
Learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the chant of transfiguration wasn't the most exciting task. I admit, My mind sometimes wanders.
Do Templars take vows? I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages. That sort of thing.
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter, the first draft of lyric.
Oh, God.
As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
Oh, man.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Fucking Lyrian. Let's sell some shit and go talk to Sarah and see if we can maybe hit up the storm coast.
has notes on alloys.
Okay. I'm just gonna. Fuck. I feel like I just want to sell everything that's at like the bottom of this list, like everything that's worth like nothing. I'm just like, when. Let me look at Oh, he just comes completely unskilled. I can just give him whatever I want. The Iron Bull is two-handed. Cassandra's weapon and shield. So, I mean, either one I do, I'm already... But the Iron Bull has his own, like, class, right? Like, he's not one of these, I don't think. So... I think this is what I played when I was when I did this game, this playthrough, or a previous playthrough as a I think I did like two-handed weapons, but I felt like this was better suited to like someone tankier. Oh, whoops, I accidentally... Oh, well, that's fine.
Does she? Well, we'll take anything that gives our blades a bit more.
I guess that means I can give him whatever I want. I'll give him sword and shield. I mean, he starts with that. It makes the most sense. And then I can just sell all the other one-handed swords. And I'll sell all the shields too, because I don't think Cassandra needs a new one. No.
Mages aren't half bad.
I am no longer a mage.
Okay. We'll just go chat with Sarah, and then we will...
He'll be an asset if we have to fight Darkspawn, at least.
So, this is it, huh? Oh no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. Hear that? I meant the stronghold, but it sounded like... Well, it's funny, right? Anyway, stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
It's not just a war between those two.
Well, sure, the sky has a hole in it, but I can't put an arrow in that. Well, I have. Doesn't come down. That's weird. And that's the point, right? It's weird and right there, but they still want to punch each other. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
That's why we're here. To help guide everyone back from the brink.
The religious ones tell you that. That's important, right? But don't make it all about that. Seems like believing too hard is what got everyone here. And here is stupid and smells of horse. Really, what everyone needs is to get everything back to normal and proper and profitable. Sound good to you, all chosen Lord Herald?
I'm ready to give it a shot. That's all I can ask from anyone else.
I'm in. It's an investment, yeah? Better pay off, too. Stupid war and everything. I had things to do.
Alright. Now let's go to the war table, collect those missions that we completed last time, and then we'll see what we can get up to. Maybe go to the Storm Coast. Oh, I should talk to what's her name.
I will take these
Beep, 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 beep.
to
So much
research.
chatting. So much chatting, but this is always my favorite part of BioWare games. I miss this so much.
Demon essence is dangerous.
Like,
Sorry. No, it's fine.
Mass Effect
Just
1,
tell him
oh,
we
when
have
that
the form
remaster
as
comes
soon as
out,
we
just
can.
wandering around the fucking Normandy. Oh my god.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
What may I do for you?
Oh my.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Sir Griffith of Denerim, a most distinguished knight of the realm. He's defeated darkspawn, slain demons, chased down abominations. Just don't ask him about it over dinner. He spares no detail. What may I do for you?
How do you and Liliana know each other?
We moved through similar circles in Norlay. I believe we actually met in Val Royeaux. Leliana was quite an accomplished player
The
of
game.
by then.
Oh man. Yeah, I forgot. That was that DLC in Dragon Age 1, Liliana's song. You learn about the game. Everyone in fucking Orlais is just actually out to stab each other in the back.
What exactly do you mean when you say the game?
Forgive me. The game refers to the slow duels of influence among the noble and powerful of Orlais. It's a rather light-hearted name for the matter, but Orlesians are fond of playful touches.
What exactly does your job entail?
I meet with ambassadors from various factions and countries, and cement alliances with them. We are a young cause. Diplomacy is essential to our credibility.
Then you speak for the Inquisition with these nobles.
I do. Someone must foster goodwill on our behalf, as well as prevent controversy as news of us spreads.
How heavily are our actions scrutinized?
Make no mistake. Every noble house, every throne, is waiting to see what the Inquisition does next. Many are willing to pledge support, if offers are made in just the right fashion. I intend to see that they are.
Well, we can tackle
speak
that
later.
next time.
Another time.
Ready to get back out there. Oh. Okay. The Chantry remains. Some Chantry clerics were openly appreciative once Inquisition soldiers arrived at the Grand Cathedral without the Templars. They've resorted to mercenaries to protect Chantry property from looting. Other clerics, however, fled in terror, assuming we were coming either to arrest or kill them. These are no longer a problem, and those who should remain should provide valuable political support. Okay. Utilize the Grey Warden treaties. The Inquisition is in its infancy. Building an organization such as this is like building an army. You need soldiers, weapons to arm them, food to feed them, and that's just the beginning. I joined knowing I could make a difference. I have Grey Warden treaties, and these allow us to take what's needed, when needed. We do not face a blight, but surely a torn sky warrants as much concern. Consider it, Warden Blackwall. This could work. The blight is but 10 years past, and Thetis remembers how we were saved. I could use the treaties, leverage the goodwill owed to the Wardens, and use it for the Inquisition.
At your service.
Let's try it. Let's see. 2 other reports here. Okay. We've received weapon plans and located an apiary to supply us. When the idea was presented, the beekeeper tented his fingers and sneered, "Of course, quite disturbing." Uh-oh. The Cult of Andraste. It's incredible how many passages remained undiscovered even after the Chantry's arrival. And they scoured every inch of these mountains for years in search of anything related to the Sacred Ashes. The cult didn't build all of this, it was here long before. And who knows how many years it would take to find it all. Of the new passages uncovered during the search, most were long empty or contained goods far beyond salvage. A few, however, yielded some artifacts of interest, and one evidently contained strange runes we have yet to translate. If we can find someone capable of doing so, they might prove of use. We do eventually find somebody, I believe, right? The runes are discovered in the mountain passage. I know of several Antivan... Okay, sorry, I'm jumping around. The secrets of Andraste. The runes discovered in the mountain passage during the recent search are of a type never seen before, neither Tevinter nor Elven, and perhaps dating back to the time of Andraste herself. There are few who might be able to translate the script, and the benefit of doing so is unknown. Liliana is the only available agent. We have agents with magical knowledge and the means to acquire texts. Let us work on this ourselves. I know of several Antivan scholars who can be discreet. That one's definitely interesting. I think probably working on it on ourselves would be best, right? Let's see what this Red Jenny mission is. Red Jenny says, "Drop and grab. I can make no sense of this. The Herald found her. Perhaps he can advise." Cullen, a letter from Sarah follows. "For your big hats, Lord whoever says you're rubbish. His servants don't care, but could. Drop a few things for them. They'll give Josephine a surprise. I think scrolls or something. Sarah, a scribble of heraldic symbols and directions are below. Also Sarah's name 37 times. We've no time for games. Far simpler to stop this with soldiers and find favor with this noble. We require middlemen. Secure the goods in the favor of the noble. The heraldry is of a minor house. Shall we instead see what the surprise might be? Oh, that's the new region that we can go to. We'll go there in a little bit. Let's do this.
Let's see what we have.
And then I think we should go check out the Storm Coast, right? Scout the Storm Coast. Ferelden has not seen significant Grey Warden activity since Darkspawn attacked the city of Amaranthine 10 years ago. It's not unusual for their order to fade from public notice when there's no blight. However, recent reports claim that a group was traveling along the northern coastline. Wardens tend to follow their own agenda, but the breach has no doubt caught their attention. If they know something, then the Inquisition should find out. Is Amaranthine on the Storm Coast? I don't remember. Secrets. The Wardens are reclusive, but not untraceable. If they're a sign of their passage on the Storm Coast, my agents will find them. Let's do it. Scout the Storm Coast, Sister Liliana. Lieutenant Harding led a small complement of soldiers to the Storm Coast region to investigate reports of Grey Warden activity. She sent word that her party had established a camp near the shore, but we have received nothing further. At this time, the status of Harding and her mission remains unknown. Yeah, let's go. I'll take that. They're picking up the trash today. I apologize. Okay. Let's do the new guys. Let's do Sarah and Blackwall, and then we'll just take Solus just cause it's nice to have another mage. I think I've been ignoring Varric, haven't I? I took Sarah last time. Oh well. That's fine.
Your worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the Storm Coast. I would have sent word sooner, but our efforts have been delayed.
How so?
There's a group of bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
I'll do what I can to find our people.
Thank you, your worship. That's a relief. The soldiers didn't have an exact location for the bandits, but they were starting their search farther down the beach. With all this fuss, we haven't been able to conduct a proper search for the wardens either. Well, good luck, and enjoy the sea air. I hear it's good for the soul.
God damn. In Dragon Age 1, wasn't it like super rare to see a dragon?
Word for you.
What is it?
This may be worthwhile.
Gimme. Damn it. Fuck off. I do really like the differences in terrain in these places. It's really very satisfying. What level is this person? Oh no. Why am I doing no damage? There we go. Maybe we were too far away.
Just 6 wounded, Chief. No dead.
That's what I like to hear. Let the throat cutters finish up, then break out the casks.
Can't believe. I just remembered that's Freddie Prinze Jr.
Damn, it's true. Oh, the Chantry must love you. A Canary mercenary is the herald of Andraste. Who'd have thought?
I see I'm not the only one doing well for myself.
I get by. I assume you remember Cremisius Aclassi, my lieutenant.
Good to see you again. Throat cutters are done, Chief.
Already? Have him check again. I don't want any of those Tevinter bastards getting away. No offense, Krem.
None taken. At least a bastard knows who his mother was. Puts him one up on you Canary, right?
So, you've seen us fight. We're expensive, but we're worth it. And I'm sure the Inquisition can afford us.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Wouldn't cost you anything personally. Unless you want to buy drinks later. Your ambassador, what's her name? Josephine. We'd go through her and get the payments set up. Gold will take care of itself. Don't worry about that. All that matters is we're worth it.
The Chargers seem like an excellent company.
They are, but you're not just getting the boys. You're getting me. You need a frontline bodyguard. I'm your man. Whatever it is. Demons? Dragons? The bigger the better. And there's one other thing. Might be useful. Might piss you off. Ever hear of the Ben Hasra?
I learned of the Ben Hasrath from my parents. They are the enforcers of the Canary and the spies.
Yeah, that's them. Or, well, us. The Ben Hasrath are concerned about the breach. Magic out of control like that could cause trouble everywhere. I've been ordered to join the Inquisition, get close to the people in charge, and send reports on what's happening. But I also get reports from Ben Hasrath agents all over Orlais. You sign me on, I'll share them with your people.
You're a Canary spy, and you just told me?
Yeah, that
Whatever
is
happened at that
very
conclave
forward.
thing, it's bad. Someone needs to get that breach closed. So whatever I am, I'm on your side.
You still could have hidden what you are.
From something called the Inquisition. I'd have been tipped sooner or later. Better you hear it right up front from me.
What would you send home in these reports of yours?
Enough to keep my superiors happy. Nothing that'll compromise your operations. The Canary want to know if they need to launch an invasion to stop the whole damn world from falling apart. You let me send word of what you're doing, it'll put some minds at ease. That's good for everyone.
What's in these Ben Hasrath reports you're offering to share?
Enemy movements, suspicious activity, intriguing gossip. It's a bit of everything. Alone they're not much, but if your spy master is worth a damn, she'll put him to good use.
She?
I did a little research. Plus, I've always had a weakness for redheads.
Oh, man.
All right, you're in.
Excellent. Krem, tell the men to finish drinking on the road. The Chargers just got hired.
What about the casks, Chief? We just opened them up with axes.
Find some way to seal them. You're Tevinter, right? Try blood magic. We'll meet you back at Haven.
Nice. Yeah, they're... Nah, I should have... Damn. We'll use the bowl next time. He seems cool as fuck, though, dude. He seems real fucking cool. I kind of forgot. like this region so much more. The hinterlands is so bleh. Let's level up the team real quick. Before your target turns to face your blow, you move to stealth impossible to find. It's pretty interesting. What the hell is this description? You move status effects to nearby foes while stripping them from foes your daggers hack. They could have written that so much. That's like... That's a ridiculous sentence. That doesn't even... Does that mean that, like, we take away positive status effects and move negative ones to nearby foes? What a strange... What a strange fucking thing to even... Damn, that's cool. Solus. That seems like it would be useful. I should probably try to get to that. I mean, all of these actually seem really useful. Okay. Oh yeah, the thingy.
What is that? Who dresses up skulls?
The skull illuminates certain objects in the distance. I am not familiar with such magic.
I don't want to touch anything a skull lit up. Skulls don't say, here's a good thing.
Is that... How do I... Get me out of here. Okay.
Those must be the bandits Harding mentioned.
My God, there's just a lot of shit here. Hey, that should have worked. There are giant spiders in here. Of course there are. Interesting. The way they designed the caves in this game is so just strange. Is this really all there is? All right, black wall. I feel like I haven't heard him use the horn yet. Maybe I have to make him do it.
Look at you, all serious. What do wardens do when there's no blight anyway?
Whatever it takes to keep the world safe.
Like join Inquisition?
If that's what's necessary. Hey, you're here too.
Inquisition can't be all broody beards like you and Cassandra.
She doesn't have the hair for it.
Oh, I bet she does. Places.
Oh my.
That's what the skull lit up. What is it?
Fuck if I know. Oh. This is about the Qun. Long ago, the Ashkari lived in the great city by the sea. Wealth and prosperity shone upon the city like sunlight, and still its people grumbled at discontent. The Ashkari walked the streets of his home and saw that all around him were the signs of genius. Triumphs of architecture, artistic masterpieces, the palaces of wealthy merchants, libraries, and concert halls, but he also saw signs of misery, the poor, sick, lost, frightened, and the hopeless. And the Ashkari asked himself, how can one people be both wise and ignorant, great and ruined, triumphant and despairing? So the Ashkari left the land of his birth, seeking out other cities and nations, looking for people who had found wisdom enough to end hopelessness. He wandered for many years through empires filled with palaces and gardens, but in every nation of the wise, the great, and the mighty, he found the forgotten, the abandoned, and the poor. Finally, he came to a vast desert, a wasteland of bare rock crawling at the empty sky, where he took shelter in the shadow of a towering rock, and resolved to meditate until he found his answer or perished. Many days passed, until one night, as he gazed out from the shadow of the rocks, he saw the lifeless desert awaken. 100,000 locusts hatched from the barren ground, and as one they turned south, a single wave of moving earth. The Ashkari rose and followed in their wake. A path of devastation miles wide, the once verdant land turned to waste, and the Ashkari's eyes were opened. Existence is a choice. There is no chaos in the world, only complexity. Knowledge of the complex is wisdom. From wisdom of the world comes wisdom of the self. Mastery of the self is mastery of the world. Loss of the self is the source of suffering. Suffering is a choice, and we can refuse it. It is in our own power to create the world or destroy it. Then the Ashkari went forth to his people. An excerpt from the Qun, Canto 1. Man, the Qun is so fucking fascinating. maybe we'll clear out this little cave here and then call it for next time. Ugh, fucking spiders, man. Do a really good job with the sound design in here. Damn. Yeah, I remember this. Just let them do their thing. I gotta say, playing a mage in this game is considerably more fun than playing the warrior class. I was always more of a warrior class fan in RPGs, but just something about this one in particular. Like, I thought it was like fucking mind-numbing. Nice. Something on the other side of this. Isn't this the way I came in? see. Ah, well, you guys are fine. Oh, move. Okay, they're not fighting anymore. There's a rift. Okay, we'll close that rift, and then we'll go back to Haven, I think. Those jumping things. God. Come on, Solus, hit yourself. All right. We'll we'll head back. Okay. Nice. All right. We're back at Haven. I think we'll call it here. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. See you guys next time.